Hey guys, welcome back to the Wheat Field. Welcome back to you. What up, guys? What it do? Welcome to the Wheat Field. If you new, welcome to you too. I am just getting a little bit of Palo Santo. We checking out this new set of cards that I just got. I have two now, one for the Divine Femme. You guys can see that. And one for my Divine Masculines. Yes, we gotta make sure we got the bras in there. So we just gonna, this one went out. We gotta light it back up. But we're gonna just check in, do a quick little tap in energy check, and then be on our way. We still visiting with our mommy, Ashe. We just got finished eating some dinner. When I say it was good, we had seafood dinner like lobster tilapia and lobster pieces and like chopped lobster with that, and some calamari and some sushi and some salad and some potatoes, and I'm talking about I'm stuffed. And now I'm drinking a little glass of red wine just so we can wind down. And then when I was drinking and taking a little sip, I heard sip on this one time, take a sip one time, or wine. Take a sip. Yeah, take a sip one time. That's what it was. And I was like, oh, that's coinky dink. You know, one time for the one time. And do you want this? No. Do you want them out? Yes. Okay. Well, maybe that's why I couldn't open up the box. Having some issues there. So we're going to put these two out and see what they do. What up, Wheat? What up, guys? Wheat. Welcome to you. What it do? If you new, welcome to the Wheat Field. Hi, welcome to you. I appreciate every one of you guys coming by, all the new subscribers, everybody that returning subscribers, everybody that leaves comments and likes, those of you who share, I appreciate you. Choose to leave the dark way for the way of light. That's interesting. Choose to leave the dark way for the way of light. Find joy in giving. Happiness is your reward. You want this in energy? Okay. Anything else? Nope. We're going to leave that be. Father say that's a divine masculine. And Father wants a divine feminine too. And that's funny because on these here fairy cards, we have the angel number 2222. So we're going to see what this energy do. Again, we heard time for some wine, or wine time, or one time for the one time, or something like that. And yeah, so we're just going to do a quick little energy check. I know it kind of feel random. It's starting off real slow, like that old school Crisco, like for real. Like that white lard that you got to get out the can. And Father put it in the pan and then warm it up and then get some heat on it, and we sure enough get to cooking. We probably going to be moving real slow, cooking a little slow. You know why? Because we just ate and we full, you know. And then we had a long night. Like we was up at 3:33 in the morning doing a reading. And we really haven't had no rest in between because we had to do the work thing. And then now we back and we did the cook thing and the home thing. And now we doing a little message. So we gon' do this and then get ourselves ready for bed because we definitely need the rest. This right here says there's no right or wrong path. There's only the path that you choose. And this one came up, I think, last night in that reading too. So that's coinky dink that same energy is back. Divine Masculine says, be the one who is awake, shine in radiance of spirit. Are you having that awakening spiritual journey? We definitely was feeling that for Divine Masculine. We have a reading down there. I think it was either yesterday, maybe, or day before yesterday. I don't think it was day before yesterday. I think it was sometime yesterday that we did that reading, or maybe it was late at night or something of the sort the night before last. Somebody that was really struggling, one of my masks. So it was like, you know, really tough, especially when you are going through that spiritual journey and having to, you know, face, you know, your shadow self and deal with a lot of things. You know, you end up going through some tower moments, things that, you know, situations that cause things and people to fall away from you. It could be very isolating, right? Mind that is established in true emptiness encompasses the universe. A mind that is established in true emptiness encompasses the universe. And that's neat because the universe is just pure potentiality. Any and everything that can potentiate is present in the universe. It's present in the void, right? Everything that is without comes from within. And to empty your mind out and let go of the things that you think you know and have space to relearn some stuff is like, again, that place where the universe lies. Like, again, that potentiality, the ability to see all things, to accept all things, to be open to how ever things come about, right? Like, to see, again, the creativity of the universe, of the intelligence work. You know, you're not beholden to any particular pathway because, like the Father said, you know, there's no right or wrong path. It's just only the one that you choose. But somebody is choosing to leave the dark way in way of the light, right? Out here, all right, all right, all right, what we gonna learn tonight? So I hope y'all doing well and that you guys have had a great day. It is still May the 16th, Ashe, 2023. But whenever you find this message, it's still good. They don't expire what is time, right? So whenever the Father brings you to this space, know that it is your time. And hopefully it's something here for you, Ashe. This one, this. Watch yourself, awaken yourself. Be the awakened dreamer who dreams awake. Be the awakened dreamer who dreams awake. And that's funny because I was just talking about a masculine that's going through an awakening journey. Or somebody that has a masculine energy, like they are more masculine leaning in their energy. So it doesn't matter whether I'm pulling from the masculine deck or the feminine deck. It's just all about how you are resonating. Like, what energy are you pulling from? Which energy are you sitting in? Do not let pleasure distract you. For craving pleasures comes sorrow. Ooh. And that sounds like don't be tempted by things of the world. Like, you know, hold your commitment and your discipline. Like, your mind is strong enough to pull you above, you know, cardinal things against fleshly things. Purify the mind with wholesome thoughts. Calmness arises. Yeah. So I feel like this is almost feeling like a yin and a yang type of reading, like with the masculine and the feminine, balancing things out. Because a lot of people, like in this whole manosphere type of situation that's going on, manosphere, femisphere, or whatever, they got going on, all these in-sales and out-sales or whatever. It's like this one against this one, this energy against that energy, when we both have masculine and feminine energies. And it's all about which way are you leaning. You could be a feminine in your masculine energy because you need to be, right? You need to have that type of strength, like all those traits that they associate with the masculine, you know, because you out there getting your bag and you taking care of yourself, or you taking care of your family, or you the head of, like, figure of the family, and that's just the role that you play. You could be a masculine in that feminine role if you're nurturing and you're single parenting and you're a dad and you have to take care of your kiddos and stuff. You could definitely lean into that feminine energy, but be able to sway back and forth is more of a balanced type thing. I know how to use my masculine energy when it's needed, and I know how to use my feminine energy when it's needed, to sit in both, to be whole and complete, knowing that there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. Lest your wishes become desire. Desire enslaves you. Are you leaning into your desires? Again, those things of the flesh, cardinal issues, things that you know that are not good for you spiritually. Somebody may be into that and feeling that energy. And again, this came right back out. So somebody is definitely in that energy. We have this one as well. Surrender your judgments and see beyond the end and the beginning. See beyond the end and the beginning. Thank you, Father, for these messages. Don't judge anything. It's just a cycle of life. When there is an end, there's a beginning, and where there's a beginning, there is an end. It just continues. Everything just kind of transitions from one phase to another phase. And if you can see that it's always just a transition, there's not really truly an ending to it, then it takes off some of the pressure, right? That's how I feel anyway. Because then you know that this too shall pass. It shall. Right? Because it's just a phase. It's just another cycle, right? Let the ultimate truth be your soul food. Gather nothing. Store nothing. Don't hold on to anything. Today will take care of itself, and tomorrow will take care of itself as well. The same way that the Father nourishes and takes care of the birds and the squirrels and everything else, it's the same way the Father will take care of you. Worrying doesn't do anything but add stress and wrinkles and sleepless nights and affect your health. But if you trust that the Father takes care of you and all is well, then you can have peace, that inner peace. This one, this one. Let's look within for a place of rest. Yes. Look within for a place of rest. Thank you again, Father, for all of these beautiful messages. Let them be edifying unto self, so that I may be strong and girded in my spirit. Perfect me in the spirit, so that I may carry the yoke that you've placed upon me. Give me my measure for this day. Thank you, Father. I appreciate you. That which has been ordained unto me is my inheritance, Father. I ask you for my portion. And I serve all things up to you in service and goodness, for your will be done. For heaven coming to earth to reside in earth and on earth to do a work that I am now remembering. Thank you so much, Father. Thank you for giving back onto me that which I need, allowing me to overflow so that I may service your wheat. Yet your wheat also overflow. Be edified and serve unto you in overflow, so that they too can be girded in the spirit and have everything that they need in order to carry the yoke that's been placed upon you, that you have your portion, your measure of your inheritance, so that, again, you can service the Most High God and allow that service to be offered up in goodness, so that the Father's will be done through you. For you too are heaven coming to earth, to reside in earth and on earth, to do a work that you may be on the journey of remembering. All of us are on the journey. We're on our path. But whether or not you are awakening or realizing and recognizing how you are awakening is different. And if you're going through a lot of things, then that could just be exactly it. You're being called into acknowledgement, into recognition, being awakened, so that you can fulfill your purpose, your destiny, get into your dharma and service the Most High God. Learn and not doubt, so that you can understand the peaceful calm of enlightenment. And that's what we were just playing. That somebody is being enlightened, awakened, calling for you to learn. Sometimes we have to unlearn and relearn, right? But don't doubt. It's called all for understanding, right? So you can increase your understanding, become enlightened, and understand, not understand, but understand what it is that you have been called to do. Yes. Thank you, Father. And when you service that up, the Most High God will give back onto you a portion that you will not have room to hold, and you will overflow, and we will unite in that harmony and unity. We serve up to the Most High God. And then again, We realize the true thing, that we are whole, we are complete, there's nothing broken, and there's nothing missing. Cultivate perfection of wisdom. No fire, poison, sword, or water can harm you. So no weapon formed against you shall prosper. It shall not. For you are whole and you are complete, and there's nothing broken, and there's nothing missing. The Most High God's word shall stand, and there's nothing that will come against that to prevent that, to steal, kill, or destroy that. It shall not. Everything serves the Most High God, all for our learning, all for our growth, all for our development, for the Father's will be done, and He does it through us. Form does not differ from void. Form is void. Outer difficult is resolved with inner truth. And that's a challenge, because people are struggling with the inner truth, with understanding the truth, getting in touch with their inner G, their inner God, the God that is inside of thee. We are pixels, we are pieces of the Most High God itself. The world always finds a way to praise and a way to blame. The wise continually to praise the Most High God through all things, through every situation. Doesn't matter what it is. We give everything as an offering, everything. And we praise through all things, no matter what. I could be sad, I could be depressed, I could be, going through one of those spiritual tests, like to what? But I praise anyway. I could be, sickly or facing death, but I praise anyway. I could be being promoted and lifted up, but I praise anyway, because I know all things are a representation of the Most High God. The Most High God made all things good and evil. And from that perspective, again, nothing's broken, nothing's missing. We are complete and we are whole. To recognize all of the varying sides of creation, the yin and the yang, the balancing, the flow, is wisdom. And we praise it all. You are what you think. Pure thoughts bring inspiration and happiness. So as a man thinks, so he will be. As a man thinks. You are what you think. Pure thoughts bring inspiration and happiness. So if you believe and you think and you know that you are whole, that you are complete, that there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing, what would that do to abolish insecurity? It's better to do nothing than to do what is wrong. For whatever you do it to yourself. Why is that? Because we are whole, we are complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. I treat you the same way I treat me. I love you the same way that I love me. Why? Because to love me is to love thee. It is. I give out that same love and compassion that I want for myself out unto others. At least I practice doing it. And if there's places where I don't do it, I ask the Father to help strengthen me so that I can exercise that more fully. Choose to leave the dark way for the way of light. We choose it. We choose to leave the dark way for the way of light. 222. In every circumstance of life, this huge change is going to bring you inner peace and harmony. All conflicts are coming to an end to give way to compassion and empathy. Isn't that beautiful synchronicity? That's beautiful. I just felt the breeze come across my face. Thank you, Father. There is no right or wrong path. There is only the path that you choose. Why? Because all roads lead to the Father. You will go back from where you came. You came from the Father, you will go back to the Father. Why? Because you are a piece of the Father. You are a pixelated piece of the Most High God. Everything was called out of the void, out of the Father itself. by the Father's word. Infinite intelligence, aka wisdom, the principal thing, the word that moved on the breath of life. As I speak, I breathe out. My words are coming out. They're moving through the ether. That's exactly what the Father did. I am made in His image and in His likeness. Power of life and death resides in my tongue. What I speak is a product of what I think. What I think is a product of what I feel. But to reconcile all of those things and come to wholeness and to goodness, to know that I speak what I think and what I speak and think will become reality, I be careful. I choose my words wisely and be diligent, be a good steward over them, because I realize that what I speak becomes my reality. There is no right or wrong path. There is only the path that you choose. You choose what you want to learn, what you bring to you. You choose it by the words that you speak. Be diligent about it. Be intentional about what you speak out and what you create. Again, the power of life and death resides in your tongue. The power, is that right? Block out anything that would come against the word of the eternal Lord of all creation. Yes, yes, yes. Blocking out anything that would come against the Father's word, the eternal Lord of all of creation. Please, Father, seal us with your authority. Give us your ashe, or further words we should pray. Ashe, 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 ashe. Sealed. Sealed. Yes, thank you, Father. So we can get these words out so they can be clear and concise and precise. Because again, we call our reality. We call our life. Power is in our tongue. Thank you, Father. There is no right or wrong path. There's only the path you choose. Because in this manifestation, you're learning. You're learning about you. The Father learns through you. And the Father works through you. Why? Because you're a pixelated piece of the Father, made in His image. Ashe, ashe. The Father made all things by its word, made you. So the word is written on you and within you. Yes. Purify the mind with wholesome thoughts. Calmness arises. Again, as you think, so shall you be. Anything else in here? You are a projection of love. Love the earth. Love the air. Love the water. Love the fire. I love the fact that it says you are a projection of love. And what do we say? The Father is love. A spectrum. Because people like to only think of one side of the spectrum. Again, that balance, the yin and the yang. The good and the evil. The Father's joy and the Father's wrath. Because just like in nature, we see tornadoes, we see hurricanes, we see volcanoes, we see representation of what we would see. It's called anger, the wrath, right? But we also see flowers in the oceans, in the flow, and the sunshine and the stars, everything that makes us feel comforted and loved and whole, right? So we see both sides of the paradigm, the balance, the masculine energy, the feminine energy, the sun, the moon, the mountains and the rivers, right? I see heaven when I you know. But to me, that's, representing the full spectrum of the Father. And that's just in this plane, right? Just here on earth, or the plane that we can perceive with the senses of the vessel. Because we know that there's a spirit self that lives within, inside of the vessel. And the vessel operates taking in data, right? And we can read the data of our plane, that which we can sense, right? From our eyes, our nose, our mouth, our skin, our hearing, our emotions, our intuition, our cosmic mind, right? We have these senses that we are aware of, and many of them other ones that are lost to us, that's in that ancient other knowledge that we are seeking to discover and have revealed back onto us, because we know, we just don't remember that we know, right? So when we can think about the fullness thereof, emptying out our mind from the things that have been indoctrinated, and understand that there's so much more, way more outside of just our little bitty piece of spectrum that we can experience within the vessel, it opens us up to an inkling of what the Father really is. The Father made everything, and when I say everything, I mean everything. So not just here, but think about everywhere else. Everywhere. You talking about on Venus, we talking about the end of this solar system, this galaxy, other galaxies, everything. And eternity is huge. The spectrum of the Father is mind-blowing. So many things that are outside our realm of sensation, things that we eating Gerber down here. I mean, even the most studied theologian is still eating Gerber. I mean, because it's so much to understand, it's so much to experience, it's so much to know. And the language of the Father, like to what? To speak to us in a way that we can understand it, we can receive it and take it in. It's Gerber. I mean, like stage 1, 2, 3, like the ones before, when you barely get teeth and you get to chomping down on some stuff and realize the fact that you even need to eat. I mean, like past that basic instinct. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I would say 222. You are a projection of love. Love the earth, love the air, love the water, love the fire. And I say to love all of that too, because all of it is a part of you. It really is. All of the elements, you are made of everything. You are. If you look at the periodic table and break your body down, that's exactly what you are. You look at the numbers and the language of numbers that is written in our bodies, and again, that's prevalent every single where. You see that you are made of everything, and everything is you. To love everything is to love you. And if you really love you, then you end up loving everything. You come to peace and balance and unity and harmony. You will want for me the same that you want for yourself. And that's generally how it is. We call in others that are a reflection of self, that resonate with you, vibrate on the same wave, the same frequency that you do. Get it all done. Only a few more steps and you will accomplish. Once finished organizing your ideas and plans, immediately put them into practical work. Again, I feel like somebody is on the move, moving and shaking, learning and growing, going through changes, trying to organize self, getting deep within their journey. Some of us are, getting, an understanding that you are going through a spiritual test. Some of us have mastered those skills that was in that last test, and now you got things to do, work to do. Should you not be about your Father's business and organize thyself, because you never know how many nows you have left? We just really don't know. So is it time to dilly-daddle and to hesitate? No. It's time for us to get serious and think about what it is that we are creating, to be intentional, to be diligent and committed, for heaven has come to earth to do a work. even if you don't remember it. Respect. RESPCT. Find out what it means. Alright, y'all. There has been much help from people that you received. Be grateful to those, my dear. There has been much help from people that you have received. Be grateful to those, my dear. The Father helps us. The Father puts us in a place where there are others who help. You may feel like you don't have a soul tribe. You may be waiting for your soul tribe to arrive. But I feel like there are still others that are present that have helped you. And even the tears of your life, they help you. They grow you. And to respect the process, that's next level. Firstly, love yourself. We just literally just got finished talking about this. Love yourself, because you can only love others on the same frequency that you love you, and that's just really it. Your existence is a beautiful blessing. Know how to deeply fall in love with your own self. You have a place to belong, and I don't even like fall in love. I feel like grow in love, deepen your love, right? You have a place to belong, people to vibe with, and you will finally blossom into your best version. And again, we were just talking about finding your soul tribe, those who you are to be connected with, who will help you through your journey. And I feel like that's coming in for someone. Anything else in here, Father? No. Get inspired, and back to 222. Get inspired to deepen your love with you. Get inspired to do what the Father has called you to do. And maybe you need to forgive, right? Forgive some things. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Be considerate. Considerate of where they're at in their journey. How much skill have they really mastered? Are they even working towards mastery? Are they under the understanding of what it be? Just saying. Forgive them. Forgive those who trespass against thee, as we ask the Father to forgive our trespasses, you see. Because we can't have what we don't give. We need to give in order to receive. And that is one of the principal laws. Age-old laws. For real. Don't take this for granted. Don't take it. We just talked about not taking these nows for granted, because we never know how much time we got. We just don't. We don't know when the now is. So don't take it for granted. Maybe there shall be a leave someday if you are not paying any attention and noticing how things are serving you, or how heartful this person is to you at the moment. It's like you don't understand how grateful you are for your connections until they're gone. Father says to be confident. Make more eye contact. Hi, what's up, Wheat? How y'all doing? I hope y'all enjoying the message. I hope that you vibing. It's a slow burn today. It really is. Well, tonight, whatever, Ashe. And make more eye contact and spontaneous communication. Open your chest and take a deep breath. We had the breath come out earlier, didn't we? To activate more self-confidence. You are simply amazing. You're simply the best. Better than all. I'm sorry, y'all. All the rest. Father say make the most of it. Make use of your time and resources. Look for more knowledge or appliance, a way for you to apply what you know. And we just got finished saying that. Learn from your mistakes, the tears in your life, things that have come against you that have caused you to grow, things that push you, things that piss you off and hurt you too. Those are lessons. And oftentimes we bring them into ourselves. Yep, you brought them into you, because oftentimes you chose. Yep, that's what free will is. We get to choose. So learn from those mistakes, and also from others, to build up more skills and more confidence. We just talked about that. Getting more confidence, more skilled up. And Father say there wasn't anything else in his deck, but we just keep pulling out good stuff. The more and more we shuffle, we find something else good to say. But the Father said that we were done with this, so we're going to put it down, Ashe. All right. Devote, though. Devote. We were talking about being diligent and being committed, being devoted to yourself, or being a devotee, a satawa, somebody that is after the Father's own heart and spirit, somebody that is longing for wisdom, to be so in depth in it, to be saturated and permeated by it. Who shall give wisdom a home? Who will value her above all things, above rubies and silver and gold? I mean, it is the principal thing, right? Really, you have been working hard, but this situation requires a little more effort. You almost reached your goal. Keep it up. You are on the way. You are doing the work of the Father, Ashe. Again, you are on your journey. You could be going through a test right now, but Father says don't give up. Stay at it. Stay diligent. Stay devoted. Stay committed. Committed to you, to yourself, to your highest self, and you will get through it. All of those lessons that are coming to you to grow you, to build you up, to give you skills, to give you confidence. When you get to mastery, you're going to be like, to what? Is that what all of that was for? And then you take all of the issues of the test and you give it for a testimony, praising the Most High God through all things, and seeing how did it grow you? How did it take you from that to this and prepare you to go all the way to the stars? Dharma, purpose. Changing your pain into passion, moving from that into purpose, to serving the purpose. Did you not know you have to be about your Father's business? Everything serves the Most High God. Everything serves. Can't get away from it. Even those tears, they serve a purpose. What? To grow you. Did you not know that you was the Father's wheat and you were called for good bread? And everything on your journey edifies you so that you can be nourished. Let's get a few of these out. Whoa. Is it in this pile? All right. In here. It's in here. This? Or did you want all of these? All right. This? Nope. Okay. Anything else? Where's the energy? Okay. We have children. We are children of the Most High God. Or childhood, revisiting old dreams, embracing your inner child. So this is the Six of Cups. Yes. And it is representing, again, that nostalgia or the old way. The return of people to our past ways, right? It's not romanticizing, but I just feel the return of people to the past ways, revisiting those old laws, the old plans, that which the Father has said from the beginning of time. The Six of Cups. Recognizing that, like the Father is standing here, the angel of the Lord in the background, and we are the children, drinking from the cups of the past, I feel. We have, what is this? The Knight, is this the Knight of, these cards look so different though. Knight of Wands, yeah, passion, confident, charismatic. Something requires your immediate action, asking for you to trust your instinct, to stay focused. And that's a lot of what we just were talking about. Getting about the business, right? Being passionate about it, developing our confidence, right? Staying focused and staying the course, trusting your instinct to drive you forward. We also have the King of Pentacles, who is also compassionate, also very grounded, right? Somebody that is prepared, somebody that is steady, somebody that is accomplished, right? That is a challenge, and it feels like a supportive parent and spouse, a good person to work for. Like maybe you are challenged in providing support in some sort of way, or feeling supported. I feel maybe you feel like the Father has left you out there because you're going through a spiritual test right now, and it's really hard and difficult and challenging to see the other side of it. And I definitely see, yeah, somebody trying to move towards calmer waters. You see all the storm that was back there that's raging, and now you're in a boat going to calmer water. I see the swan, so something that definitely developed from an ugly state into something beautiful. That's funny. The end of a challenging time. Things are looking up. Welcoming the relief or finding your way to a peaceful place. And what does that say? You choose to leave the way of the dark for the way of the light. Chose to leave the way of the dark and move forward to the light. And again, this is the Eight of Cups, moving forward on a spiritual journey. Going forward, the need to move on, seeking more from life than what you are experiencing, going on a spiritual quest, choosing to make big life changes, a change in priorities. I feel coming to balance. You see all those cups in the chest? I feel like, like how I hear the covenant, like how it's locked up. They didn't even lock it, it's closed, it's open, right? So if you were actually just looking, like it's not something that's locked up or held away from anybody, it's not closed off, but it's open for you to come and have a sip. And they're taking a cup with them, but just one. They're only taking the one. That's the one that they need. We have the Six of Wands, victory. You will be successful on this spiritual journey. It is your pathway. You cannot lose. Why? Because there's no wrong or right path to choose. It's just really not. Projection of love. Loving everything. Wise choices that bring public recognition and success. I feel like it's just going to be successful in general. Not necessarily that the public needs to recognize, but maybe you just need to recognize. Enjoying the fruits of your labor, that's the harvest. Independently successful. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles. Independently successful, being whole, being complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. You have all that you need. You are whole. And you will enjoy the fruit of your labor. You will. The Father will protect you, perfect you. Nothing will come against you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. It shall not. You will sip on the good wine. You will. Wine time, sip time, in time, you will. But maybe you just need support, you know what I mean? And that's what I was feeling, like somebody with that soul tribe connections, needing support, needing guidance, needing connectivity, longing for it. We have the Magician popping out. Somebody who understands how to use all things, whether it's the pentacle of the earth, whether it's the sword of the air, whether it's the cup that holds the water, or whether it's the wand that represents that fire energy. We have the Two coming to balance. the juggling, the balancing act. We have the Nine of Cups, wishes fulfilled. You come to balance with the ability to love all things, to use all of your spiritual tools. You will balance. You will be able to handle. You will be able to manage. A good manager. You will. Look at this with the Page of Wands. Look at this. Windfall. We have, looks like the Page of Pentacles. Abundance. Counsel. Good fortune. An exciting opportunity. Yes. An amazing opportunity with the Page of Wands. Yes. And that's balance. That's the justice. And then the Father says, look at that. Page of Swords. The truth. Learning something new. Being insightful. An intellectual change. What kind of change? What I told you were going through. An awakening. And now I see the Eight of Wands. That energy. Moving fast. Awakening now. Awakening now. You will no longer be held up. You will no longer be delayed. You are awakening now. And it's coming in very, 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 very soon. Ashe. Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for a quick energy check, for sticking around with me as we kind of work through it. I know it might have felt a little bit choppy, a little bit clunky. We wasn't for sure what the Father was brewing. Just really, really wasn't. But we wanted to show you guys our new Divine Masculine Buddha Wisdom cards and just see what they wanted to say. Give them an opportunity to speak. So that is what we have. Again, what we had to learn today, Ashe. And know this before we take off and go away. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you so much, just like we love us. Why? Because we love the source that made us by its intelligence, wisdom, aka the principal thing. Yes. And the breath of life that connects and binds all things. To the next now with your girl Lati, your favorite channeled messenger. We're going to call this one done. Ashe.